Good morning. Gonna be a very long video today. Not going very far at all. Just out for a walk, really. It's really foggy and it's really wet once again. Look at this. Legs are soaked, you can see. All the way around. It's soon gonna start going down on my gaiters again. Into my boots. I can feel it already. Once again, I never took my rain gear with me. Not supposed to be like this, see? It's supposed to be nice and dry today. What do you do? I'm not going for very long today anyway. So, I'll deal with it for now. It's very foggy, so it's hard to see anything. It's been like this all week almost. I think since I made my rain collector, it's rained. Yep. Up and by to put a jinx on it, what? Alright, well I'm gonna get moving again. Like I said, I don't keep this camera out when I'm moving in this weather like this because this camera is not waterproof. By no means. So I will see what it's like when I get up by the pond. You know, what's really bad about this? I can hear moose going through the woods over there. The branches cracked. Thumping their hooves. But it's too foggy to see them. So, this is not a good day for this at all. Not for going for walks anyway. I got no intentions of going to my camp today. I'm soaking wet. I'm cold. Everything's too wet for a fire. There's not enough trees around here to provide cover for a fire. To get some dry stuff. I don't even know if I'd have a job to get my twig stove going with what's around here today. It was a nice walk though, all the same. Like I said, if you look, this is cow pond. You can't see nothing. I'm just above it. It's the only reason I can see this little spot right here. Other than that, everything is white out conditions. Alrighty, made a little bit of a decision. A little bit of a decision. I came to my first camp. This one. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to light a fire and just mostly sit by the fire. Let myself dry out. That's about a plan for today. Other than that, not doing anything. Nothing special at all. Yep. I know I'm not free. Little burn. All those little splits are really dry because they were underneath my canopy that I got here. So I'm not worried they'll catch, they'll burn. Now, let the fire work its magic. And like I said, I'm just going to be sitting here, poking at the fire, not doing much of anything, but drying myself out and warming up a bit because I am rather cold. See the steam. Drying out now. That's what I likes to see. All that steam coming up. Warming up now too. Yep. There's still water dripping down off of the trees onto me. It's not so bad though with this going. Just a nuisance really. Well now. It's starting to dry out a little bit. I don't know how useful this is going to be. I'm probably going to get soaking wet when I go to leave anyway. But I've taken off my socks and hung them to dry, and I got my boots drying by the fire. Let my feet dry out a bit. Just gotta watch for hopper sparks jumping out on my gaiters, which I've put on the ground to step on. They don't really retain any water in them anyway, and what they do, it'll dry out in like 2 minutes. All I have to do is really swing them in the air and they'll dry out. Using up all my wood that I got here. Like I said before, I'm not concerned about it. Came in handy today. Next time I come up here, it'll probably be a dry day. Then I'll work on getting a bit of wood to put back. Like I say, I'm glad it was here today because it's wet. Use it all up, drying out. And that's that. The worst I find about drying by fire like this is the front of my pants are getting dry, but the backs are not. I'm just going to have to stand up back onto the fire for a little while, I think. Yeah. The bottoms of my pants are not drying out very well either, not like this. So that's going to be something else I'm going to have to look at. Most people roast marshmallows, not me. No marshmallows for me. Hey, well now, when I came out of my camp, it seemed like it was clearing off a little bit. So, I decided to go for another little walk. Getting up on the hills, it's starting to seem a little bit more foggy. However, I didn't get too wet. Look. When I was coming out. And there's a bit of wind now. So it might keep me dried out. Feet are still a little bit damp, but not too bad. But look here now. See? I can see the other hills. That's where the moose were when I came up first. And I couldn't see that at all. So it's not as bad. Still not great, but not as bad as it was earlier. Hence the going for an early walk. Might just go back up to the pond where I was. Sit down for a little bit. Like I said, not a big video today. Probably the biggest thing was me drying out by the fire. Yep. That was fun. Stopped again. Once again at the pond. You can see higher elevation. The fog hasn't really gone away, and I'm getting mist on my glasses again. So, even though my legs are not as wet, I'm starting to get damp all over with this bit of mist. So yeah, I'm going to call it a day for today. It's still a good day. It's just cutting across. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. It's getting thicker. Thicker and thicker it gets. Well, not much of a video today, but at least I got out for a walk. Had a little fire, a little sit down, dry out. I'd like to say like, subscribe and share. And don't forget to leave a comment. Thanks for watching, everybody.